Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Bengals are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Ravens offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rolling the dice on 4th. Flacco. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
On starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Flacco here on 2nd down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Thirteenth play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Flacco from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landed.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Marshawn Lynch, 81 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now here come the Ravens. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
For second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play clock winding down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And that is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They go with Howard again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. Over the middle, complete. That's Cross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, the run with Lynch. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Detroit.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run with Lynch. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. They'll go with a keeper. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down, Flacco now. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Ravens on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Flacco. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Second and 10. Flacco once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll set up a throw. On the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, Lynch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll look to throw here on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Handoff comes to Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run here with Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run again with Wedge. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he fires one incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll set up the screen to Lynch, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On first, they go right back to Howard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Here's Flacco. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now Flacco. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Barney. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, gun.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Bengals! And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal, and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything. You defend everything. And this guy finds a way to make a play on you. Can you tell? That just agitates me a little bit as a former defender.
I know your hands are shaking. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Room here to run. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And now running right through it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that past the sticks, 1st down. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Flacco. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's got room. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Now it's Flacco. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it with West. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Flacco. They'll set up the screen to Howard. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Halfback sent in motion. Here we go. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Flacco. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he powers his way up past the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Flacco from the gun. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Flacco here on 2nd down. He hits West underneath. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. To pass, Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Bengals, the win means they'll finish the first.